Hey there, legendary souls. Welcome to Unconventional Counseling. I'm Ada Ad Astra, and I'm so grateful to share space and time with you again. The sun moves into Virgo today, and Mercury goes retrograde in Virgo today. I have something special to share with you. I have a forgiveness prayer to share with you. While Venus is still retrograde in Leo, there's so much coming up for each and every one of us in terms of our histories with relationships, our present day relationships, and the relationships that we have with ourselves. As we know, as within, so without. So if you're seeking to change any relationships or your perception of any relationships from the past, anything that's happening presently, it starts with you, it starts with us. So I'm going to share a forgiveness prayer that I wrote. You can adapt it for your situation. You can listen to it as many times as you might need to, or you can just let it wash over you. All right. Feel free to close your eyes. Entering a prayer. Divine Alchemist, angels and archangels, well ancestors for my highest good, well ancestors for the viewer's highest good, spirit animals and allies, we welcome you in at this time and we thank you so much for your presence here with us. Please allow every word that is meant to resonate with the soul of the viewer to do so. And anything that detracts from their journey, confuses, or just doesn't fit, help it to fall by the wayside. Thank you in advance for what you've already done. Thank you presently for what you're doing now, and thank you for what you've done in the past to make this possible. Please allow this Mercury retrograde energy, this Venus retrograde energy, and all the other planets that are gonna go retrograde or are currently retrograde to support and amplify the power in this very subtle prayer. Ashe. I forgive myself for not listening to my feelings and validating my experience. I forgive myself for fighting what I know because I was just afraid to be alone. I forgive myself for devoting so much of my energy to supporting other people without first supporting myself. I forgive myself for self-neglect. I forgive myself for resentment and anger towards myself when things don't go the way I want, the way I wish, the way I hope, the way I expect, or the way I dream. Or they don't go that way on the time frame that I would prefer. I forgive myself for not knowing how to say things outright and directly, and being in situationships and relationships and connections that taught me so much through not believing I was worthy of peace, gentle healing, chosen family, abundance, community, healthy connections, tenderness, authenticity, healthy intimacy, kindness, respect, and honesty. I forgive myself for taking my time in connections that were painful, disappointing, and that taught me so much through not being seen and heard. I forgive myself for maintaining relationships with people who reflected to me my own insecurities around my worthiness, deservingness, confidence, competence, assertiveness, compassion, and power. I forgive myself for running from my own significance, peace, joy, contentment, and confidence. I forgive myself for fearing intimacy and closeness for so long. I forgive myself for believing and repeating the lie that caused me to refuse to honor my vulnerability, to be courageous, to be soft, to be brave, while also being open-hearted. I forgive myself for pursuing things that were meant for later, and for being unkind to myself in the process of letting them go, of setting them down, of walking away, or of starting over or beginning again. I forgive myself for struggling to stay in my body and continuing to operate in a space of peace and awareness now. I forgive myself for believing I would get overwhelmed by offering others and sharing with others the compassion, the tenderness, the kindness, the attention, the curiosity, and the love that exists within me. I forgive myself for not trusting my own process. I forgive myself for energetically fighting with others and for fighting with myself. I forgive myself for not completing things or pursuing things or being in process with things that I said that I would. I forgive myself for being out of alignment with my own word. I forgive myself for all the times I didn't take care of myself. I forgive myself for all the times I didn't take care of myself with a fierceness and loyalty that I deserve. I forgive myself for not believing, for believing for so long that I was not deserving. Just allow these words to wash over you. Notice what phrases, what words stuck with you. Notice what sentences struck a chord in your heart, or you had a visceral, full body reaction to. These emotions, these trigger points, these activations are showing you and me and us where we are healing next, what is being healed currently. Feel free to adapt this prayer to your own situations. Feel free to add to it. You're worthy of your own forgiveness and your own compassion and your own tenderness. And that will radiate out and impact your whole world. Wishing you the very best on this healing journey, and I'll catch you in the future. Take really good care. Bye.